Recording in progress.
Recording, we are good to go. So grab some space and we will get started. Let everyone else in as they come. So nice and light to begin with, as per usual. Just going to rotate the spine. So nice and gentle. Just round where you get to your limit. And then move your hands up and down as well. We're going to go for a full body head to toe stretch this morning. I've tried to make it literally head to toe, almost. So just nice and gentle. Then we're going to go into our arms. So go one way forward, then one way back. Just open up all the shoulders. Nice. Next up, we're going to go into our hamstrings. So you can come right the way up onto your toes. Try and sweep the floor, have a little pause, and then come up again. We'll go for about 5 in total, and on the last one, we'll hold it like a bit of a ragdoll. Good. If you're on the last one, you're just going to hold that stretch. So wherever you find it comfortable, just try and keep your legs straight. We'll stay here for about 10 to 15 seconds. Just relax into it. Good, and then when you're ready, you can gently come out of that one. And last one we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing but with our squats. So we're going to go up on our toes. Good timing. So up onto our toes, squat down to where you find it comfortable, have a little pause, try and keep your heels down and then come up again. And we'll go for about 5 of those, and the last one we're going to hold that 5th one. So if you can get a little bit lower each time, that's great. If not, whatever your body kind of allows you this morning. Good. And if you're on that 5th one, just going to hold that squat, and here just rotate out inner thighs, and you can add an upper body stretch as well just by twisting and looking over your shoulder. Good. And then when you're ready, nice and gently back up to your feet, and we'll shake it out a little bit. Nice. So those of you that just joined, we're going to do everything from our head to our toes today, but we're going to go straight into it and get going because we've got a fair few stretches and a fair few yoga poses as well to do. So when you're ready, we're going to start with sun salutation A. So grab your space, whether that's the front of the mat or just on your floor. Starting nice and strong, either your arms by your side or up above your head, whichever one you prefer. As you inhale in, we're going to go down to fold. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, step back into your press up position. And from here, we're going to go down nice and slowly. When you reach the floor, we're going to bring our chest up. And on your next inhale, we're going to go down into our downward dog, where we're going to stay for a few breaths. So get yourself nice and comfortable. Try and keep the heels on the floor, the legs nice and straight. And just nice big deep breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to strengthen that stretch by either trying to shoot your legs down, straightening those legs, or shooting the hips up into the sky a little bit more. Just deepen that stretch. Good, and when you're ready, we're going to come out of that. We're going to go into the crouch position. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, down to your fold. And as you inhale, we're going to come back up. Stand up strong. Arms up above our head, or down by your side. Nice. And relax there, shake it off. So that's the nice, short and sweet one. The slightly longer ones coming up. So when you're ready, it's in our chair pose to start. So squeezing the legs as usual. Arms can go above your head if you want, or you can keep them down by your side. As you inhale in, we're going to go down into our fold. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, step back into your press up position and go down towards the ground. As you hit the ground, we're going to lift our chest into our cobra. And as you inhale, into our downward dog. And this time we're going to have right foot's going to step forward in between our hands. Left foot into 45 degrees. Stand up nice and strong. Straight line from the back leg all the way to your fingers. Take a few big breaths. Good, and we're going to return down to the mat. So hands onto the floor. Step your foot back into your press up position. And we're going to go down again. When you reach the floor, it's into cobra. And as you exhale, into our downward dog. And this time it's going to be left foot's going to step forward in between your hands. Right foot's going to come in 45 degrees. We're going to start up nice and strong again. Arms above our head. Good, nice straight arms. Nice. And one last time. Hands down to the mat. Step back into your press up position and lower yourself down. You hit the floor, the chest comes up. And as you inhale in, down into the cobra, downward dog, sorry. And here we're going to stay again, try and get a nice big stretch out. So try and get comfortable. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to deepen that stretch. So either straighten your legs, try and get those heels onto the ground, or shooting your hips up into the sky a little bit more. Good, we're going to end there. So we're going to come into our crouch position, take a step forward, inhale back down to fold, and as you exhale, back up, finishing strong in our chair pose. Good. And relax there, shake it out. It's now getting a little bit warm. So grab a drink if you need a drink. Perfect. So that's most of the hard part over. So next up we've got about 4 poses to do just to get that body working. All the ones that you've done before. So a little bit of a stretch out of the back and a little bit of work in the legs. So we're going to go for the triangle and then the reverse triangle to begin with. So feet slightly wider than the shoulder width apart. Right foot's going to go and face outwards. Left foot's going to come in about 45 degrees. This is where we want our legs nice and strong. Hips staying facing forward. Arms out to your side. And here we're going to tip down towards that right leg till you reach it with the back of your palm. From there, find your stretch, whether that's all the way down your ankle, whether that's a bit further up by your knee. Find whatever stretch is comfortable. And when you're there, we're going to turn and look at our left hand in the sky. Just feel that in the hips and the side, all through the hamstrings. Good. And relax there. Gently come back up to standing. And we're going to reverse it over. So left foot's going to point straight, right foot's going to come in 45 degrees. Hips nice and strong. Arms out to your side. And we're going to tip down to the left this time. So find your shin, find your knee. Go as far down as you can. And then we're going to turn and face, looking at our right hand in the sky this time. and relax there. Back up to standing nice and gently. And now we're going to reverse triangle this time, so we're going to go straight into it. So right foot's going to face straight towards the wall, left foot's going to come in, but this time our hips are going to turn and face towards that front facing leg. Arms out to your side, and this time left hand's going to twist and come over. We're trying to find our palm to the back of our shin and get a bit of a twist. When you're there, see how low you can go, and then when you're done, we're going to look up to our right hand in the sky, try and twist our chest, twist our body. As you inhale in, we're going to deepen that stretch. You're going to twist a little bit more, really try and look over that shoulder. And relax there. Nice and gently back up to standing. And we're going to go the opposite direction. So left foot out straight, right foot in you 45 degrees. And we're going to twist our hips to face that left foot. Arms out to the side, and we're going to go right hand's going to twist and come across now to the outside of our hand, which is the outside of our shin. From there, find your stretch, and then we're going to twist and look at our left hand in the sky. You might be a bit tighter on one side, that's pretty normal. But just stretch it as much as you can. On your next inhale, we're going to deepen that stretch, so really try and twist, try and face your chest the opposite direction, looking up at the fingertips. Good, and relax there, back up to standing. Nice, give it a little shake off, and we'll go into our final two. So when you're ready, we're going to go, legs are going to go out shoulder width apart again. Right foot's going to come out facing forwards. Now left foot come in 45 degrees or a little bit more if you want to, because we're going to go for a bit of a lunge. So we're going to lunge down onto that right leg. And from here, we're going to put our right arm onto our right knee. And if you're comfortable here, this is where you're going to stay. If you want to go a little bit further, you're going to try and find the floor with that right hand. Try and get a nice straight line from the back leg all the way over. And finally that arm, the left arm comes over, above the head. Trying to make that big straight line the whole way through. So nice big deep breaths. Keep that foot rooted to the floor. And gently return to standing. So back it up. Ready for the opposite direction. So left foot's going to face out straight now. Right foot's going to come in wherever you need it to. And we're going to lunge forward onto that left leg. Left elbow is going to come and lean on that left leg. And again, if you want to stay here, you can stay here. If not, you're going to try and find the mat with your left hand. And finally that arm comes all the way up and over. Trying to create that straight line from your toe through your body, all the way to your fingertips. And again, nice big deep breaths. Good, and relax there. Gently find your way back up to standing. Have a little shake out. And we're on to our last one. So last one's going to go for a little bit more rotation in the back, which is our prayer pose, if you remember that one. So same again, we're going to get into our lunge position. Legs about shoulder width. Right foot's going to face outwards. left foot's going to come in and we're going to lunge forward onto that right leg. This time the left elbow is going to come along. We're going to lean on that right leg with the left elbow. Hands are going to come together and you're going to twist and look in the opposite direction. So you should have prayer pose around where your chest is. Trying to stay nice and strong. Good. As you inhale in, we're going to try and deepen that stretch. So really try and twist and look the opposite way. And relax there, nice and gently, back to the middle. And one last time, opposite way, so left foot out, right foot's coming in. I'm going to lunge down onto that left leg. This right elbow this time is going to come across and lean on your left leg, trying to keep balance. Hands together in your prayer position and use your hands to twist, keeping your chest open. Look in the opposite direction. On your next inhale, we're going to try and deepen that stretch, so really try and twist. Push your hands together. And relax there. Nice and gently, back into the middle. And give it a little shake out. That's our hardest part over. So the rest of it, a little bit nicer, with balances and stretches to come. So we're going to go into a little bit of balancing. So we've got 2 poses to do. So when you're ready, we're going to start with our ballerina. So we're going to start with our right leg hugged tight into our body. Now from here you want to try and catch your balance. So do whatever you need to do to zone out. And when you're ready, we're going to let go of that leg. And then we're going to straighten that leg. Try and point the toes out in front of us. Using all the muscles, try and keep it up. Try and get a straighter leg than I can. And then when you're ready, bend the leg back into your hug. And relax there. So we won't stay too long in this one. Opposite direction, so left leg's going to come in, we're going to hug that leg. Keep it nice and tight. When you've caught your balance and you're ready to go, you're going to let go of that leg. Straighten the leg, try and point your toes. And stay nice and strong as long as you can. Good. And then we're going to bend, come back up into the middle. Finish how we started. And relax. Nice, that's the hard one. And then we'll finish finally with our tree pose, which I think is quite a nice one. So right foot's going to come in either to your calf or all the way into your thigh if you can manage it, whichever one you prefer. Now zone out, find whatever you need to look at to keep still. Hands into the middle of your body, and then when you're ready, you're going to lift your arms above your head, trying to make your body as long as you can, as tall as you can. We're going to hold it here for a few breaths. Good. When you're ready, gently bring your hands back down to the middle of your body. And release that leg. And final one, we're going to go left foot either into your calf or again all the way into your thigh if you can manage it. Hands together in the centre of your body. Find your zone, find your balance. And then when you're ready, arms above your head, nice and tall. Gently bring your arms down to the middle of your body and release that leg. Nice. Good work, guys. So we're going to go on to our stretches now. I'm going to start by sitting down. So I've tried to make it flow so it literally goes all the way from your head to your toes. There's a little bit that we're going to do a little bit of moving for, because it's not quite flowed as well. But sit down wherever you're kind of comfortable, if it's in the knees, if it's cross legs, if it's straight legs, doesn't matter, we want it to be nice and comfortable. I'm going to start with our neck and our head this morning. So we've got two variations. You can start with your arms out and you're just going to look towards your right hand side. And if that's kind of enough for you, that's where you're going to stay. If you want to deepen it a little bit, you're going to bring your right arm over to your head. Just use that as a little bit of a guide, just to pull your neck slightly and look in the right direction. So this one's nice and gentle. And it's just going to go up the side of that neck, just a little bit. Good, and release there. Back into your middle. You're going to look over to your left hand side now, and it's either find where you are here or bring your left hand just to push your head really gently a little bit further. So I'm going to look in the opposite direction. Good, and relax there. So that's a nice little gentle one for the neck. Next up, we're going to go for our shoulders, top of our shoulders. So you're going to interlink your fingers and you're going to push as far away from your body as you can. You want to try and feel like you're splitting your shoulder blades. So get as far of a push as you can. Pop your head down to look towards the ground. Just try and open up those shoulders. So these first ones are going to be nice and short. Just a little bit to get a bit of mobility. When you're ready, we're going to lift our arms above our head. So keeping your fingers interlinked. You're now going to sit up straight. And again, still trying to push away from your body, but up above your head this time. Good. Next one you're going to do is behind your back. So either holding your fingers together and pulling away, or if you can't do that, try and grab a thumb, or just have both hands out. But what we want to do is we're try and squeeze our shoulder blades together. And just kind of push away using our arms to come together. Just give it a slightly different stretch out. And relax there. Next up, we're going to move on to our arms. So still a little bit short with these ones. So the first one, your right arm's going to come across your body. Use your left arm to hook it and just pull it a little bit further. Should feel this a little bit down the shoulder into that front of the arm. A little bit of the triceps. Good. Switch over arms. So left arm's going to come across. Right arm's going to hook and just pull a little bit closer towards your body. Good, and release there. Next up we've got our triceps. So our right arm is going to come back behind the head at a bend. We use our left arm to grab onto our elbow and just pull it towards the centre of our body. So really try and stretch out the triceps. And you can put as much pressure here as you need to. Put it as far as you can go. Good. Switch over arm, so left arm's going to bend behind the head, right arm's going to grab that elbow, just pull it in a little bit closer. Good, and release there. Nice, give it a little bit of a swing out. So that's a little bit of our upper body done. A little bit short and sweet, so we're going to hold some of the next poses for a little bit longer. So from sitting, we're going to go onto our knees into our tabletop position. So use a pillow, whatever you need to do, but gently get into your tabletop. So hands down, knees down. And when you're ready, we're going to start with our cat-cow, so we're going to release the back. So by beginning with our cow, we're going to chin up, bend the back, really try and kind of split the spine in half. As you inhale in, we're going to go down to our cat, so we're going to do the opposite direction. Bend your back, bring your chin into your chest. Try and push away from the floor. And on your next breath, back into our cow. So chin up, back bend. Next breath, you're going to go down into your cat again. So bending all that back. Good, and last one, up into your cow again. Bend the back, chin up. Really try and fold in half. And relax there. So go to a bit of a neutral spine. I'm going to go still for our back. We're going to thread the needle. So you're going to bring, from this position, you're going to bring your right arm under and in between your left arm and your left leg. And from here, you're going to pull that arm all the way through. Your chest is going to come a little bit closer to the floor. And you want to try and twist your spine. And try and push that right hand as far as you can. Get a nice big stretch of the upper back and the spine. Big deep breaths. When you're ready, nice and gently return back. So just pull that arm back through, back up onto all fours. And in opposite direction. So left arm's going to come in between this time. And you're going to slide as far as you can, letting your chest drop with it. Twisting and looking to that left hand side this time. So reach as far as you possibly can. Next up, just gently come out of that, back up to your middle, nice and easy. And we're going to alternate now from our back to our abs. So first up, we're going to sit backwards into our child's pose. So you can leave your arms in front of you. Hopefully get a nice stretch and just release the lower back. So this one should be a comfortable one. So we'll take a few breaths here, so relax into it. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to get on the move. So we're going to come back up to our knees, into our tabletop, walk our hands a little bit further until we're laying flat on the floor. And from here, we're going to go into our cobra. So when your chest is on the floor, we're just going to bring it up. And go for the abs and a little bit of the lower back. So this one's a little bit less comfortable, so just do what you can. And try and relax your hips into it. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to come out of that by lifting our hips, going back onto our knees, and returning back into our child's pose. So in your own time. Good. As you inhale in again, we're going to lift, walk our hands forward so we can drop our chest to the floor. And then once you reach the floor, same again, cobra pose, trying to lift as far as you can. And trying to let your body kind of relax into it. And we come out of that by shifting back onto our hips. And one last time, we're going to do this rotation again. So back into your baby, your child's pose. When you're ready, one last time, shifting back up onto your knees, going forward until we find the floor of our chest, and when you're ready, lifting that chest into your cobra. When you're ready, nice and gently, we're just going to come back up to the middle, back into our neutral position, and just let our back ease there. A couple of cat-cows just to release that pressure. So we're going to start by into our cat, so bending the back, trying to push away. As you inhale in, into our cow, so chest, chin up, bend the spine. Into our cat again, one last time. And into our cow. So bend the back, chin up. Good. And relax there. So back into your neutral spine. I'm going to go for the hips next. So we're going to go for our pigeon pose. So we'll go right leg first. If you come into press up position, pull your right leg in between your hands, and from here you can play around with how far out your leg comes, if you want it directly under you or not. Relax that left leg down, and we're going to stretch out the glutes and the hips. So if you're comfortable here, this is where you're going to stay. If you want to deepen that stretch, you're going to drop onto your elbows, and if you want to go one further, you're going to try and let your head find the floor. So it's completely up to you, wherever you find the best stretch and the most comfortable one for you. When you're ready, we're going to switch it over. So bring your chest back up onto your hands. Sit back onto that left leg, lift your body and switch. So left leg's going to come forward this time. Again, play around with how far out you want your foot. Let your right leg relax. And again from here, find your stretch. So whether that's chest up or that's one more onto your elbows. or trying to let your head touch the floor. It's completely up to you. Good. When you're ready, we're going to come out of that. So onto your hands, bend that right foot. I'm going to go into our press up position now, so we're going to slide that right hand back. And when you're in your press up position, we're going to go for our calves. So we'll start on the right hand side, and you're going to lift your left, you can hang it over the other one. Keep that leg nice and straight, and we're just going to stretch those calves out a little bit. When you're ready, you're going to switch it over, so left leg's going to go down, lift that right leg up so the weight shifts. And relax there, so back onto your knees. Next up, we're going to sit down, so you can find the floor and find a comfortable position, however you find best. So we want to sit back this time. So we're going to move on to our hamstrings. So to begin with, we're going to go one side out straight. Bring that other leg in if you want to, or you can keep it straight. Again, it's your kind of comfort. Try and keep your toes pointed if you can. And we're going to bring our right hand, or whatever leg you got out, just try and go down as low as you can on that leg to stretch out that hamstring. So start with both hands down your legs, and we'll deepen it a little bit more in a minute. Good. So deepen the stretch by bringing your left arm up and over a little bit if you want to. This is completely optional, but you'll feel this down that same hip that you've got the arm raised, and you might find you can get a little bit lower towards your hamstring. Good. Gently relax out of that one. So you can bring your torso back up. I'm going to switch over legs. So other leg's going to go straight. So for me it's my left. Use that same arm, both arms, try and find as far down that leg that you can, so you get a nice stretch of the hamstrings. So start by stretching that out, and we'll deepen it again in a minute. Good, and if you do want that deepening, arms going to come up and over. So we're feeling in opposite hips, hamstrings, and you might get a little bit deeper in the stretch. Good, and ease it off there. So bring your chest back up into the middle. We're going to go for our groins and our inner thighs now. So bringing both feet together. Now if you've got a sofa or you've got a wall, you can sit up against it just to make that stretch a little bit deeper. You're going to bring your feet in as far as you can to make where it's a comfortable stretch and not too strenuous, because they are quite delicate muscles in the inner thighs. And you're just going to let your legs hang and let gravity take you. I like to hold onto my feet, so then it lets your legs go a little bit free. But wherever you find it comfortable to have your hands, you can. Just nice big deep breaths. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to deepen the stretch. So you can do that two ways, by either bringing your feet in or by putting your elbows on your knees and putting a little bit of pressure down. So I like to grab my shins and just be able to control that pressure you're putting down on your elbows. Just ever so slightly deepen that stretch. Force the legs go a little bit closer to the floor. Good. And you can let go there. Just to finish off, we're going to finish on our back now. So with a happy baby. So in your own time, find the floor, laying down, legs up. And all we're going to do is we're going to start by hugging our legs into our chest. So you can stay here if you want to stay here. So a nice little ball, nice relieving stretch to finish. Or if you do want to do a happy baby, hands come through the middle of your legs and you're going to grab onto your feet. And use your arms to control the stretch. But again, this should be quite relieving on your lower back. A little bit of all your legs. And you can play around with how you move your legs or your hands where you find that stretch. But for the last few seconds, relax, control your breathing, and just zone out. Alleviate that pressure off the back. Whenever you're ready, you can release the legs, find the floor with your feet, and then nice and gently find your way back up to sitting. Take your time, breathe it out, but that is us done, completed for another Friday morning. So hopefully we've got a full body stretch, head to toe, but other than that, you are free to go. Enjoy the rest of your Fridays and hopefully you feel a little bit better for